Well, let's get you now a significant order. The Delhi High Court has ruled that occasional acts of adultery committed in isolation does not amount to living in adultery and therefore does not disentitle a woman from maintenance after divorce. Justice Chandradhari Singh said that the law, as previously interpreted by several high courts across the country, concludes that only continuous and repeated acts of adultery or cohabitation in adultery would attract the rigors of the provisions under Section 125 of the CRPC. The judgment comes as the court was dealing with a petition challenging the order which granted the woman maintenance. NILASHISH is joining us for more details here. NILASHISH, if you can take us through the contours of this particular order.
Well, yes, the court was hearing this petition where it was argued that a woman was capable of maintaining herself and she had deserted the petitioner, the man rather, her husband, and started living separately with another man as wife and husband. Now, the court was also told that the woman and her family had filed several complaints with the police against the man and his family, and that there were several cases going on between the two as well. However, in this case, when the appeal came to the High Court, Justice Chandradhari Singh has ruled that one or occasional acts of adultery committed in isolation do not amount to living in adultery, and therefore the woman is not disentitled from getting maintenance after divorce. So very, very significant judgment indeed from the Delhi High Court, where it was said, as you pointed out, that in the judgment, it has been stated that as previously interpreted by various high courts across the country, evidence is that only continuous and repeated acts of adultery and cohabitation in adultery would attract the rigors of a certain few provisions of the CRPC were upheld. Now, as far as this judgment is concerned, of course, the provision which provides for maintenance of wives and children and parents, it has been stated that if any wife is living in adultery or if she refuses to live with her husband without sufficient reason, then she is not entitled to maintenance from her husband. But as far as occasional acts of adultery are concerned, the court has clearly stated that it will not disentitle the woman from claiming maintenance from her separated husband.
All right, NILASHISH, thank you so much for getting us those details.